Some might say it's cold. Others, like myself and my partner, we say this is football weather as we welcome you to chilly M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Baltimore Ravens. The final 2-week stretch of the 2023 regular season, and we are underway Week 17 here on this New Year's Eve. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. They'll send the tight end in motion left. And the drive starts with a run from HN. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
On second down, Tua. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up third down on the sand. Just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at third down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. What a great job getting pressure here on the first drive. 3 plays and already 2 sacks.
And that pressure has been intense right from the beginning, and I'm telling you, if they don't make an adjustment in play calling and protection, it'll go from intense to relentless.
They juked him. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down. You talk about this Miami defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
I jotted down in my notes in prepping for this game that this is definitely an
Entering accessibility screen, you have 21 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected. Entering accessibility screen, you have 21 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected. Entering accessibility screen, you have 21 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
Some might say it's cold. Others, like myself and my partner, we say this is football weather as we welcome you to chilly M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Baltimore Ravens. The final 2-week stretch of the 2023 regular season, and we are underway Week 17 here on this New Year's Eve. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Two and a throw right away. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Odafe Owe has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
So much for coming out throwing as it leads to an early second down and long. On play action, here's Tua. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. Boy, how about this to start a ball game? That's twice in a row now, Charles, that they get to it.
And how often do we talk about offenses that operate off of a script to begin games? Feels like this defense had their script together on this one, and their script said put the quarterback down and do it fast.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Going to the air, Tagovailoa, and he's going to go down again. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. CD, there are 3 and outs, and then there are 3 and outs. The first drive of the game, not 1, not 2, but 3 straight sacks.
You're exactly right about that, and sometimes you hold up those 3 fingers as defenders to signify the 3 and out. This time it's 3 sacks in a row. What a tremendous start for them.
We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Jerome Baker there on the tackle. You talk about this Miami defense. Now they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
Hey, report. Report. Yeah. Hey, middle. Cut.
now Dobbins again on 2nd down. He stiff arms him. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. 3rd and 2. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. The Ravens at 13 and 2 on the year. And they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's 2nd and 7. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 34.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. To the right side, into the hands of Flowers. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. From the right hash, and call it an even 50 yards. Tucker's kick is good, and the Ravens strike first at 3's in. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people shy that special one there, I say they go get him.
Well, he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now Tua on the bootleg here. Tua hit, and the ball is out. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Baltimore Ravens. The final 2-week stretch of the 2023 regular season, and we are underway Week 17 here on this New Year's Eve. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
All right, come on.
Here's Achane to start the drive. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. You look at this Baltimore defense. They were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you can tell by this team, all right? Anytime you can tell your offense, hey, just get us a couple touchdowns. We got this thing locked down. That's when you know you're playing well and you're carrying your team along.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Come on, do ice jab. Ice jab. Come on, do ice jab.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
I like his awareness in the pocket there. Nowhere to go with the football. So instead of forcing it to the sideline, he's just going to put this one into the harbor and live to fight another down without getting wet.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Now Tua. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Robert Quinn, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is fielded at the 27. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll start this drive out on the ground, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Hey,
38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
middle. You change it. Hey, Ozzy, shut up. That's hot. Middle. Hey, middle.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
On the counter now, it's Dobbins. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State. But you look at this defense. They come into play number 12 in the NFL against the run.
They're not an elite unit. They're not, as what you'd say, the top part of the league against the run. They're a solid group, though. They do a good job. What they're looking for in this one, though, is an elite performance.
Now Dobbins again on second down. And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 33.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But if the strong safety position end up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Third and 2. Here's Jackson. Throw right side here taken in by Bateman. And he will have a Ravens first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chains, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Here's Jackson to throw. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 12-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people who have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Broken tackle. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
Someone's looking fresh, and his O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain too.
From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
This year.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
3rd and 4. Now it's Jackson. There's Flowers. He's got it. Touchdown, Ravens. A great play there. With touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change of quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Rush coming, and he's taken down. David Ajabo running in to take him down.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 23. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And as these guys interplay in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but They want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny.
And there's nothing more powerful than saying that you won the division, because I know from building a team, when I talk with all the GMs and the player personnel directors, they always talk about, to get to the playoffs in the NFL, you have to have a team that's constructed to win your division. Beat those teams first. That's your number one path to getting there, and they can get that done in this game.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Pass on the crossing route is complete. This is Andrews. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, every now and then I can speak from experience, because I do know, as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes, because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked, either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
They go play action with Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Buried behind the line by Christian Wilkins. Impressive individual effort there. No one was going to stop him around the edge.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And that's why if you play in a 4-3 base and you're a defensive end, that's why you get the big bucks. They count on you to do everything. Defend the run and, of course, get to the quarterback.
A handoff running left is Dobbins. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for the Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
You get in a second and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think, pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. No return here for Wilson. It's a touchback. It'll come out to the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Now this defense for the Ravens, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 27 yards there, a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Play action. Now it's Tua. Tua hit, and the ball is out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Tua sets up to pass it. He'll take a shot for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. The keeper good for only 4, and that's going to lead to a fourth down. Here's Jake Bailey now. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Well, now they'll try the end around. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. Jackson from the shotgun. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now 2nd and 9. Now it's Jackson. His throw incomplete. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game, you know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
The offense on 3rd down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, Jackson. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
That might be the 3rd. They need it because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
So the challenge not a successful one, as this will stay an incomplete pass. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is taken at the 15. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. From the 31, here's 2nd down and 2. Here's Tua. Here's a diving catch right side. Couple of Alabama guys there. Tua to Waddle for the Miami first.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field diving to grab it? No, he didn't.
32 stinger.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Yeah.
2nd down and 3. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, That's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
They are pushed back 5 yards by the delay of game, 2nd and 8. Again, it's Achane. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
They'll run. Achane. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we're looking at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Tua going to throw. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Dolphins have cut it back within a score. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7.
Next to score, Ravens 14, Dolphins 7. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. They go play action now. Jackson got his man complete over the middle. It's Flowers. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The end result, 21 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Up the middle, it's Edwards. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
The tackle made just shy of
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Report. Hey.
Play action. Now Jackson. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 34-yard line. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 34. Dobbins running out of the gun. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Here's Jackson. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Jackson. To the right side into the hands of Flowers. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
2nd and 10.
Hey, report.
Jackson will throw again. Over the middle to Beckham. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have a Ravens first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
3rd and inches, they just hand it to the big battering ram there. That's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around and hand it to the big fella and let him get forward for a first down.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Jackson now off the bootleg. That is caught. Well, the Ravens are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
Jackson keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Ravens go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, and they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here to about the 40-yard line.
A gain of 2 brings us 2nd and 8 at the 40-yard line.
Second down and 8. Now Tua. Out route to Hill, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Tua to Tyreek for the Miami first.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
From midfield, here's Tua. Open man is Waddle, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now a timeout here, an injured player, and that's Jalen Waddle, who seems to be in some discomfort. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
Turbo 3, kick.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. Short pass to Howard. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be second down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Over the middle, complete. It's Hill. And Hill is going to have the Dolphins first down as the tackle is made at the 28-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Tua now on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
That's going to be caught by Waddle. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive of the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
Now Dobbins again on second down. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the second time. taken at about the 16. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Miami.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
Well, that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Tua to throw again. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Tua sets up to pass it. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end. Tua setting up shop to throw again. He'll dump this off to Achane. Only able to gain a couple there, and it's 2nd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Play action. Now it's Tua. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
Jason Sanders for the Dolphins field goal. A 33-yard attempt.
The kick by Sanders is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now? Those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again.
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. Play action. It's Jackson. And this one is incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. The Ravens send their punt around now as he's on to kick it away. Averaging over 50 yards of punt so far as this one's away. This is taken at the 18. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting off field only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
This is 2nd and 8.
32 Stinger.
They'll set up to run the quarterback draw. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Tua. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. Tua now on first down. Incomplete. But the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
On second down, Tua. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 42. 15 yards there on the catch and run. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Tua going to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. Looking to pass. Tua. Well, the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Justin Madubuike drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up fourth down.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And that'll kick and go out of bounds just outside the 15 at the 16-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. Now Dobbins again on second down. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you. And others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Here now a 3rd down and 8.
Hey, middle.
Now it's Jackson. That is caught. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Hang on, we got an injured player down there. Oh, boy, that's Odell Beckham Jr., OBJ, who's hurting. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Hey, report.
Now Jackson. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack. The Ravens send their punter out now. He's been terrific so far. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Tua. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. On third down, HN. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.